Hi guys, Samantha here. Welcome to my channel, Sam's Fairy Tale Life. In today's video, we're going to go over my Disney planning binder together. I have found this a super helpful tool with compiling all my thoughts and research into one place. And I hope you guys find it helpful too. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. We talk Disney travel as well as my journey on planning my vacation for my husband and myself later this year. Definitely subscribe down below and click the little bell icon so you don't miss any future content. And let's get right into it. Let's go over the binder.
Alright guys, so here's my binder. Nothing too crazy or fancy on the front. Just kind of says Walt Disney World and the dates that will be there. So then you kind of open it up and I have the table of contents and all these tabs on the side to kind of easily find what I'm looking for. And then very handy, but the binder itself has some pockets that I'm keeping in it. This little pamphlet that Disney sends you when you book a trip, and then some gift cards that I just got as gifts for my recent birthday. So then we're going to go right into general info. And the first thing I have in here is my Disney planning checklist, which is something that I printed out off of Mickey Chatter. And it kind of just lays it out for you. You know, at 180 days, you book your dining, you customize your magic bands, and then, you know, goes into when to book fast passes and what to do a week out and the day before. So it's kind of a little handy thing. And then I have my travel agent information, followed by, I just went into the My Disney Experience and kind of just printed out our itinerary. So like, you know, it has the dates we'll be there, when check-in is, and all that. And over here kind of just says that we have the dining plan, the days we'll be there, our confirmation number. And same thing, that's just the rest of our trip. And then over here we have some budget stuff, which this is a page I actually need to update because we've recently made some payments, so that's not what we owe, but I wrote down what each of us owe, and then I am going to add the memory maker, so you know kind of what it works out to be per person, and then some extra stuff that we need to make sure that we account for. So like the mousekeeping tips, table service tips, because that is not included in the dining plan, and then transportation estimate. So that's just kind of an estimate if we were to take Ubers or minivans or Lyft, you know, anywhere in the park, if we end up with some early dining reservations or just to make life more convenient. That's kind of what I've estimated if we were to take one to or from the park every day, including tip. And then we go right into dining. And each of these are handy because they have these pockets. So if I were to print out maybe some dining menus or something, I could put that right in there. So then I found these pages, dining reservation pages, where I would put the date and the time and the restaurant, along with where it's located and the confirmation numbers when I do book our dining. So it kind of has 4 spaces for that. And again, this came from Mickey Chatter. And then I kind of just laid out the dining for myself. You know, I typed up when we can book and what's included in our dining plan and everywhere we hope to eat. And then in Magic Kingdom, my number one place to eat that kind of the whole trip was based around is Be Our Guest, because I have not been to Disney since it's opened, but I was there when they were constructing it. And that's about 20% of the reason we're going, so I'm really hoping to get that reservation, but I do have a backup plan because I have eaten at Liberty Tree Tavern before, and the food is just delicious. So that's that. And then kind of our snacks and what it boils down to. Some snacks that I've found through watching other videos, specifically from the Disney food blog videos. Those are just great in recommending snacks with the best bang for your buck, so to speak. And Epcot is just a different list because I'm hoping to eat and drink around the world. Me and my husband will probably share everything we get. So like kind of get one snack in each place. And then for drinking, obviously a lot of these are alcohol. So again, that's something we'll probably get maybe one item in each country and share it. But some of them aren't alcohol. Like the Morocco Pavilion is really known for their Moroccan mint tea. So I'm really hoping to try that, as well as the American Dream slush in the America Pavilion. So not all of it is alcohol, but that's kind of what each place is known for if we decide to drink alcohol in each country. If you notice on both of them, I put that we wouldn't have anything in Canada. That's just because from all my research, they don't really have too much in that pavilion that we couldn't get here at home. So I don't really want to be wasting snack credits or money on drinks that we could just get here at home. And then fast passes. And I've kind of done the same thing. The date we can start booking and then like what we hope to get. For now, Hollywood Studios is just completely up in the air because we do know now that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be open when we go. And I definitely want to get in there. So as of now, they're not releasing fast passes, but in case they decide to, obviously that's a priority. But also, if I need to, get there and line up outside at 3 a.m. to get in, we definitely will. So that kind of affects our game plan for fast passes. So we'll kind of wing that as it gets a little bit closer. And then park info. So as of now, these are the current park hours. This very well could change come November, but this is currently the hours and extra magic hours at each park for the days of the week that will be there. Followed by some park maps that I scanned from my planning book, just so I can get an idea of where everything was when I was trying to plan fast passes. And I also found these handy pages for each park with a list of attractions and if they're fast pass along with the height requirements. I just found those through a Google search. So again, I have this for each park. So we have Epcot and the Epcot list and the Magic Kingdom Park map with the Magic Kingdom list. And then we have Hollywood Studios. The map will probably look slightly different when Galaxy's Edge opens, but for the most part, all the major attractions are going to be in the same places. So we included that, as well as the current list for Hollywood Studios. And I have a section for flight where I'll put all of our flight information, but for now it's empty because we haven't booked flights yet. Then I have a packing list. I am very into packing lists for every trip I go on. Otherwise, I'm known for forgetting stuff, like even simple stuff like a toothbrush. So a list is best for me, and this is basically a list of stuff you would bring on any trip. But it is a Disney packing list. I got it off of Mickey Chatter. So I'll probably edit it a little bit. We're not taking a car trip, so I might cross all that out and add some extra stuff over here on the side. From the same place, I printed out a park bag checklist of everything that we might need to consider putting in our park bag. And again, I might edit this a little bit, cross some out, and add my own over here, but I figured these were good starting points. And then we have a place for weather, so when it gets closer, I'll kind of include that just to make packing easier. But for now, I just kind of printed out the yearly, the monthly averages for the year and kind of highlighted November because that's when we'll be there. And then the last thing I have is the Finally Daily Itinerary, the final daily itineraries. So again, I printed out these pages from Mickey Chatter, and these are pages that I'll probably either take a picture of on my phone or carry with me that day. But you know, you kind of put the date, the park you'll be at, if there's extra magic hours, the actual park hours, and then your reservations for the day. So Fast Pass and dining reservations, and then there's a section for 3 must-do, like your top things. So I figured I'd use that for stuff that we don't get Fast Passes for, and then a section for notes, so like I can keep track of the shows or anything like that. And I printed out 4 of those because we'll be doing 4 park days, 1 day in each park. And that's it. That's all I have in my binder. You know, more detail will get added as we get closer, but I figured this was a good video for you guys. That's, again, how So there you have it, my Disney planning binder. And again, you can make them as personalized, you know, as fancy, as decorative as you want. I just kind of kept it simple, and I'm using it as a place to gather my thoughts and information instead of having to remember it all, because there's so much information.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found the binder tutorial helpful. If you have any questions about my binder or advice in making your own, definitely leave that down below in the comments. And remember to subscribe and like and share the video with anyone who might find it helpful. And make sure you come follow me on Instagram at Sam's Fairy Tale Life. I, keep you guys informed about new videos on my channel and myself and my trip and Disney in general. So definitely come follow me there, and I'll link that down below for you guys. And I will see you next week when I talk about movies that you definitely need to watch to give yourself a more immersive experience when visiting Walt Disney World. And especially if you're traveling with little ones who might not have seen all of the classic movies. These are definitely, some of these are going to be movies that are very important for them to see, just so they can really experience the magic to the full extent. But they're also movies that you can watch just to get yourself excited, or maybe you haven't seen them in a long time, kind of remind yourself of the Disney magic. So make sure you come back next week and subscribe so you don't miss that. And I look forward to talking with you next week. Bye!